What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Another video on the Bonds Apartment YouTube channel. Whoops, can't see that yet. You already know what this is about. Before we get started, be sure to follow me. Instagram, Bonds Apartment. Twitter, Bonds Apartment. Subscribe and like below. YouTube, Bonds Apartment. So yeah, with No Time to Die coming out, this video is going to be a quick review on the Palladium Pampa waterproof boot. Now, as far as No Time to Die goes, is he wearing these boots in the garage scene? We're like 99% sure. Are they this color? I don't think so. But you know what? If you watch my videos, especially the videos I've done most recently with Mr. David Zaritsky, you see that a lot of these brands, I tend to branch out from just what we see in the films. So I try to get a lot of the screen accurate stuff, but once I discover these brands through the films, I kind of try to branch out on my own and discover other things that they offer. So let's get started and take a quick look and review on the Pampa boot. So a little history on Palladium. Palladium actually started by making tires for airplanes. So they have an aviation background, strictly tires at one point in time, late 1920s. Then from that, after World War II, the French Foreign Legion started using boots made by Palladium. So after World War II, different soldiers in different countries around the world were starting to work with the French Foreign Legion. And the French Foreign Legion at that time was using Palladium boots, the Palladium boot, around 1947. And then later, which would become the Pampa. So of course, when these were used with the French Foreign Legion, this meant crawling, running, climbing, all day, all night. It wasn't just about fighting, but it was more so about navigating difficult terrain and finding a boot that, of course, can accompany that. Now, this brand seemed to excel over other boot brands because of some of the most simple but key traits, and that is sturdiness, but also light and water resistance. Water resistance is huge for any sort of military use, no matter which Army, Navy, Air Force, no matter what. Of course, you want them to be light, sturdy, and waterproof. Like a lot of things in James Bond have a military history. That to me is key for Bond films, especially Daniel Craig's films. We talked about this on the podcast, Blunt Instruments. Check it out. We've talked about it on my YouTube channel. Daniel Craig seems to be somebody who made conscious decisions about even anything down to literally the clothes that he wore. And would James Bond wear these? Why would he wear these items? Shoes, boots, clothes, jackets, whatever. And the fact that Bond is supposed to be a military character, wearing boots that have such long military history makes total sense for me. So now let's get into these particular boots. So these, like I said, are the waterproof Pampa Luxe. To be specific, they are called the Palladium Pampa Waterproof Luxe boot. And this is Sergeant Brown is the color. Even though they kind of look a little greenish gray, as you can see here, it's called Sergeant Brown. So the reason I decided to really do this review, to be completely honest with you, doesn't even really have anything to do with the film coming out. It has to do with the fact that I actually got to use these in a situation where I thought fit. I was in Canada for the weekend visiting family, and I used these when I went four-wheeling multiple times. So, of course, I kind of put them to the test, dragged them through the mud, different things like that. And one of the main things I noticed right away was how light they are and how they don't make your feet feel hot, because it was almost 80 degrees when we were doing this. So they don't make your feet feel hot whatsoever. Like described on Palladium's website, and like what was key to them when they were making these boots for the military, the sturdiness, but the light side of it. I can't get over how light they are. It feels like the only weight these shoes produce are from that rubber sole, that patented rubber sole that they have, which of course, when you feel that, feels like you can literally do anything with these shoes and they're not going to get a dent or a scratch on them. All leather, of course, like I said, waterproof, removable sole in case you want to get that Dr. Scholl's action going. And then multiple different colors. Of course, this color, which is now about a year old for me, doesn't exist anymore. Like every other video I make, every time I put a review on here about something, the freaking color or the item doesn't exist. Let's just get used to it, I guess. So my final thoughts on these: very easy to incorporate into your daily routine if you are somebody like me that does not wear boots very often. I think that is the biggest single review I can give on these. If you're somebody who doesn't wear boots and you're afraid of buying something like this, do it. They're light, waterproof. You can wear them in the snow, in the rain, doing activities where you would need a boot. I highly recommend these, and the price point, you can't really beat it. They're less than $150 for these, and on their website right now, I think you can get these for less than $100. I will put that in the link below. Thank you guys as always for tuning in, and I will see you next week.